Guys, I've got a story here. Omni.us launched by Alex and a partner he met, Omni at First Principles. They split it 50-50 in terms of percent. It's doing 12 grand a month right now in revenue, but just launched 6 months ago. 167 paying customers. It's at Omni.us and Lead Shark. They help you identify leads. And then obviously Omni is what you would use to actually send the leads out and close them, bring them in. He's got a lot of experience in the startup world. His first company, Inspired Beats, didn't go so well. His second, another one, Tweet Hunter, was just acquired for Lemlist for call it $2.5 million. He's now Freebird, traveling the world, building his new thing. We'll see what happens next. Hey folks, my guest today is Alex Berman. He's an entrepreneur and YouTuber with over 97,000 subscribers, also a best-selling author of the Cold Email Manifesto. Today, he specializes in cold email and SaaS growth with 5 SaaS exits to date, including a 7-figure exit in 2022. He now runs Omni.us, where he helps companies book more sales calls with cold emails automatically. Alex, ready to take us to the top?
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Well, so before we fill in the backstory here, just to be clear, so is Omni an agency or is there technology here? Is it SaaS?
Omni's a SaaS. It's automated outbound. So basically it lets you send cold emails, lets you send cold texts. Soon it'll let you do LinkedIn messaging, Twitter messaging, like basically everything you need for automated outbound.
And give us the teaser. I mean, how do you stand out? This is such a jam-packed space. I mean, you have the Lemlist crew, you've got all the Duck Soups of the world, you know, Stefan and Expandy on LinkedIn specific. Like, how do you stand out in the noise?
There's a couple different ways. So for us, we really focus heavily on writing the scripts. So, you know, like you said, best-selling author of Cold Email Manifesto. We've seen a lot of cold email templates. We've seen a lot of scripts, and we can automate a lot of that. So basically getting it going in one click. And then on pricing as well, like you look at Lemlist pricing, you're paying $49 per seat for very limited email sending. For us, it's, you know, one low price for unlimited accounts, unlimited sending. So you can just have so many different accounts sending at the same time.
Interesting.
So trying to innovate on pricing, innovate on service as well.
So I guess what is pricing today? If someone listening right now, they want to sign up and use you, what's the cheapest they can get started at?
Right now it's $49. Okay. Soon, within a couple of weeks, we'll jump up to $97.
Interesting.
A month. Yeah.
And if you look at your current customers today, what's the average customer paying per month today?
So we have almost everyone's on we only have one plan. So almost everyone's on the $49 a month. We added a new plan this month where basically when you sign up for Omni, then you can book a sales call and our closers will close you. And then those plans are $1,500, $2,500, and $5,000.
So just to be clear, you've got folks full-time on staff at Omni, which if a company like a B2B SaaS company is a startup and doesn't want to hire their own SDRs, they'll teach your team how to sell their product and all the sales inbound calls your team will handle?
No. So we don't do the closing, but what we'll do is it's outbound. So let's say you wanted to add another 30 to 60 appointments per month per rep. We'll write the scripts for you or walk you through how you can write them yourself. We also have Omni Leads, which will give you the leads. And then you're off to the races, you know, omni-channel, whether that's cold texting, cold email, whatever it is.
That's
and
wild.
Then, yeah, once that happens, all the inbound stuff you can handle in your Salesforce or your HubSpot or wherever you send them after that.
And so how many customers paying today?
Right now we have 167. So we're only a couple months old.
Well, I was going to say, when did you write the first line of code for the platform?
So I'm not a coder, but our team, we've been working on this for maybe 8 months, 7-8 months so far.
Okay. So talk me through this. You have a great idea as a marketer. You know how to do distribution, and you can't get 97,000 YouTube subs and write a book without understanding distribution. How does a guy like you go convince an engineer to work with you without the engineer going, this guy's a skimmy sales guy, you know, he's not a serious dude. What are we going to do here?
So I was really addicted to Twitter, still really addicted to Twitter. And I reached out to this guy, Amit Mehta, he runs a venture fund, but instead of investing money, they invest tech. And I've heard this a million times, but these guys are actually serious. Their SaaS portfolio makes about $6 million a year, you know, over a couple companies. And so I wanted to interview him. So we went down to Bangalore in India. Right now I'm in Delhi. Went down to Bangalore and we're at his house on the golf course. And he was just talking about like how he wanted to be Sujin Patel. And I'm like, you know what would make you Sujin Patel, bro? If we had a cold email tool. He was just hyped as shit. And then we made it happen.
Oh, what's going on there, YouTube? Good to see you guys. Now imagine this. You love watching these interviews with SaaS founders, but imagine if we took all of the valuation data out from over 2,807 interviews I've done manually. Saves you a lot of time. Well, we've done this. We've built it into the beautiful interface inside of FounderPath. Check this out. I'll show you how you can access this in a second, but you log in, you connect your Stripe account, you see your valuation real time. You can see what it changed over the past 88 days and even set goals for valuation this year. Now, the secret to valuation is there's many different ways to value a SaaS business. So the reason you're going to see 3 or 4 different valuations inside of your FounderPath dashboard, this is all free by the way, is because depending on who's doing the buying of your SaaS company, you're going to get a different valuation. A VC is going to pay a different valuation. Private equity firm is different. If you're going to do a minority sale, that's different. And if you sell the whole business, that's a different valuation. You can see all those when I hover over here. Right, so the teal is what a VC would pay, yellow is what private equity, and red is if you sold the whole thing outright. Now, what's cool about this is not built off random data. Again, you guys hear these interviews on YouTube. All these data are built from real-time valuation data points founders share with us on the show. So traction, 1.2 million, seed round, 3.7 raise, they sold 22% of their business. Go in here and filter by the event. Maybe you only want to see companies that have sold the whole business. Well, here are a bunch that have been acquired, the valuation and the multiple. Maybe you're going out right now and you're raising your seed round. Well, go in here and look at all this recent seed deals that went down, what they raised, what valuation they raised at, and what percent that they sold. There's never been a larger data set of SaaS valuations than what you can get now inside of FounderPath, and we're thrilled to bring it to you. All right, we're going to go back to the YouTube video here in a second, but if you want to check this tool out, if you want to jump in and sign up, you can check it out for free to get your valuation at this link, founderpath.com/products/valuations. Or if you go to founderpath.com and hover over products, click on get your valuation here and go ahead and sign up to give it a whirl. Again, all that valuation data live right inside the platform. I hope to see you there. All right, let's jump back into the interview.
What's his venture studio name?
First Principles.
First Principles. So just to be clear, you found him first on Twitter.
On Twitter. We sat down for an hour interview and that was that.
How'd you convince him to let you visit his house halfway across the world in Bangalore?
So everyone wants to meet. That's the thing. You know, when you have an audience, I think that makes everything a lot easier. I haven't had any issue. That's one reason why I love cold email and cold texting and cold DMs. Like, just reach out to people and then they meet with you.
That's interesting. Yeah, his venture studio, firstprinciple.co, has built things like Catch with a K, the anti-calendar for successful busy people, Real Work, a mobile-first workplace management made simple. So he's is it just him? Is it just one engineer?
No, they have a whole they might be a team of 150 or something. It's very India. It's First Principles, not First Principle. I don't even know if they have an actual website.
Yeah, I was on
basically
the wrong
they run a real estate SaaS. They run something called Lanteria, which is a basically for commercial real estate. They have another one called something for fundraising. I'm blanking on the name of it now. But they have a fundraising SaaS, and then they have a bunch of these other little tiny bets that they work on.
First Principles, plural.co. It's a little P as the logo with a teal and a blue part.
Yep, there you go.
Amazing. Okay, this is interesting. So you meet this guy, you meet this team, and I assume, are you talking about Amit Mehta in Bangalore?
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so you visit him in Bangalore. So what does he say? Does he say, okay, pay me 10 grand to build the MVP, or does he say, give me 5% equity? How does he work?
No, so we did 50-50 partnership stake, and then we're splitting the costs 50-50. And Amit was the first like agency guy that I met that showed me the true prices. And these are Indian prices. So like, you know, you talk to some agency guys and they're like, oh yeah, we'll build this for you and we'll do it at cost. And it's $50 an hour. Amit's the first guy that was like, yeah, dude, we'll do it at cost. And it's $2.50 an hour. And I was like, oh, okay, I can actually trust you. Tell me what it's going to cost here in India.
That's wild. So you're able to find like junior, senior front-end engineers for $2.50 an hour in India.
Yeah, well, it's based on its salary. But average engineer salary here for somebody fresh out of college is, $800, $1,000, $1,200.
Interesting. Yeah. 77 people according to LinkedIn. So he's building out. I mean, it's working. Very interesting. All right. So you split equity 50-50. And then you're off to the races. I guess, how did you get your first 10, 20 customers?
So it took a long time to build it. But then luckily we've got It took months. It took so many, like 6, 7 months just to get the software into a good spot. And, we were doing it at cost. It still cost probably 40, 50 grand of just
Was
cash.
that your fault? Did you give him a bad spec? What advice would you give to someone else working with somebody like Amit in terms of getting an MVP live quickly?
I have no idea. Because even when we did Lead Shark, it cost us 75, 80K. And by the time we launched, it barely worked. It finally is working now.
Okay.
And then the one time we did this successfully for cheap was with Taplio, that 7-figure acquisition, Taplio Tweet Hunter. And that was when the founder was a coder. So Tebow was a coder, and we were able to do it. I don't think we had any dev cost. It was just him building it.
So 50K,
so that's what I would recommend.
50K, 6 to 7 months, and you only spent 25K, right? Because you two split the cost.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, amazing. So you're off to the races. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I cut you off. So then, how do you get first customers?
So I was doing just a tweet with our audience. I used Tweet Hunter, which was our other SaaS, and I just made this tweet that was like, "Hey, want beta access to a new tool to send cold emails? Like this tweet, and I'll send you a link." And then they liked the tweet, and they got a link that was like, "Hey, sign up. Here's the link you requested. Sign up here." And a certain percentage of people signed up.
Interesting. What percent?
I don't know the exact percentage, but it was doing pretty good. Every time we posted that tweet up, we would get like maybe 5, 6 credit cards. And the way that I do our SaaS, I always do, I'm not a big fan of the free trial with no credit card. So the way that I always launch our SaaS is Taplio. Everything before is you get in there, you have to put in your credit card in order to see the SaaS. And then there's a free trial after. So I go by number of credit cards put in.
And most people listening will say, well, Alex, like, yeah, but the reason we don't ask for a credit card before the free, to do the free trial is because people forget they gave it, and then you auto bill them on day 7, and then they get pissed off.
Yeah, I haven't found that people get pissed off. Some people get, some people say refund them, and then we do. But besides that, it's fine.
Yeah, interesting. And Tweet Hunter, where can people view these tweets you put out? It's at Tweet Hunter IO.
No, Tweet Hunter is the software that I use to send them. I've been just posting on my main at Alex Berman on Twitter.
Oh, got it. On your Twitter account using Tweet Hunter. I see.
I do. Right now I'm doing a giveaway basically every 2 days of just random stuff, follow-up templates or cold calling scripts or cold email scripts. And I found that is the best way right now to generate free.
Is this you and the Packer stuff?
The other Alex Berman, Alex Berman, no E.
ALX.
ALX Berman, yeah.
Okay, got it. You know this other one because I'm sure people ask you all the time. All right. So people can go, okay, here we go. Yeah, ALX Berman. So you guys can go check it out and study it. This is cool. Okay, got it. Oh, wow. You get a lot of engagement on these tweets.
Yeah, we've been some of them. Up. Just on the giveaways do really well. So you can see like the want free leads. I was just giving away 379 leads. We have 400 comments in a day. And each one of those 400, they get the leads. And then the second thing in the comment is a link to Omni. So it's like, here's the leads. And if you want Omni unlimited sending for $49, you can sign up here.
Yeah, this is super cool. So guys, I'll read the one that he sent out February 19th. The tweet just says, want free leads. I built a list of 379 startups that raised funding in the last month, January, clean, verified, and ready to send. Comment Omni and I'll send them over. No email or sign up needed. And the screenshot, which is important for curiosity, is basically a screenshot of a big Google sheet. And what I see happening here, Alex, is people typing Omni in the chat. And what you're saying is Tweet Hunter is what automates the process of then DMing those people a link.
Yeah, fully automated.
Interesting. Does it? So like David at Inbound typed OMNI. Someone else didn't write exactly OMNI. Will Tulsi Prasad, who wrote a whole sentence, not just the word Omni, still get the DM?
Yeah, it's not that smart.
Okay. So it's like anyone who comments basically will get, oh, very cool. Wait, so why isn't Tweet Hunter big? I mean, does it do a couple grand a month in revenue or what's that doing?
Tweet Hunter, we sold for 7 figures. Tweet Hunter is doing, I think, 130,000 a month. Taplio did 50,000 a month.
Oh, you exited it. Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
We sold to Lemlist, actually.
Oh, interesting. When did that happen?
Mid 2022. And then we weren't allowed to talk about it for months. And now recently, in the last couple of weeks, we've been allowed to talk about it.
Wait, why was that so important to the Lemlist crew that you couldn't talk about it?
I have no idea. There was a 6-month time period where I guess they wanted to keep growing with us as the founders.
Interesting. And how many founders were at Tweet Hunter? How much did you own?
I owned like maybe 13%, something like that.
Okay.
A lot of founders. Me, Tom Tebow, JK Molina, and Robert Indresh. So
interesting. 5 guys. So you get that done with Lemlist. You said it was more than $1 million $1 million exit. Yeah,
it was 2 point something in all for Taplio and Tweet Hunter, and then there was an earnout. on
Interesting.
top of it.
Very cool. Do you think you guys will actually see the earnout? Earnouts are notoriously tough to actually get.
I don't know. I'm not involved in the earnout process. I took just the cash.
Oh, so you took a lower amount of all cash up front just to be done, move on.
Yeah, because I don't want to work. I don't want to work in someone else's company. I want to grow my own.
Yeah, that's great. But I mean, 10% of 2.5 million. So you have a little nest egg. That's why you're in Delhi, you're traveling the world. You make 200, 300 grand on this and you take your next swing at Omni, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit of cash.
I love that. Now, you don't all have rosy stories on all your startup ventures, because the last time I had you on the show was probably 4 years ago. You were at a company called Inspire Beats. What happened there?
Inspire Beats was a lead generation startup, just to give everybody a little backstory, where we were selling leads every month. And that was doing really well. It was over $1 million a month. Very, very quickly. We were getting like all these companies in Silicon Valley. The problem with it though, is it wasn't a SaaS, right? It was an agency, which required a lot of work on the back end to fulfill. And I wrote about this in the book, actually. The founder that was running everything, because I was a minority partner, I had 10% of this company. The founder was handling the accounting, he was handling the books, he was handling the production, he was handling even a lot of the sales stuff. He went fully insane to the point where he was committed to a mental hospital. And 2-3 months of nobody running the company, and me not having access to bank account to refund customers, me not having access to anything, would be enough to basically ruin the company's rep and shut it down. So,
well, since you couldn't run refunds and he was out of commission, I mean, did you guys get sued by customers who paid you 100 grand?
I don't know. I wasn't involved in any of that. I hope so.
Interesting. So you just left, basically. The equity wasn't worth anything. You just walked away.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so back to Omni. You're scaling now. You have about 167 customers. The tweet strategy is working nicely. How do you go from, it sounds like 167 times $50 a month, you're doing about $8,000 a month right now in revenue?
Yes, $8,000. And then LeadShark, which is part of Omni, is also doing about $4,000 a month. So we're
interesting.
Like $12,000 a month.
What's LeadShark?
LeadShark is the lead generation database. So Omni handles all the sending, and then LeadShark is where you can buy the leads.
Interesting. How do you build like a moat around a company like LeadShark? Doesn't everyone just sort of buy ZoomInfo, buy iContact, buy Clearbit data, and it's really a repackaging game? Who packages it the best?
In your space, in our space, maybe. In the SMB space, though, people are down to spend the $49, or LeadShark used to be $9 a month just to get access. So it's really more of an SMB play. And then any sort of MarTech, any sort of marketing technology just comes down to sales. Like you said, you listed like 3 of them. What's the difference between Clearbit and ZoomInfo? They both have
everyone buys everyone's data.
Yeah.
It's just who can package it better and who can sell it better.
Yeah. Which salesperson do you like better? Which salesperson's a better closer? And we can play that game the same as them. Yeah. We'll book a call with your team the same way, and we'll try to close you.
I mean, I guess if they were on right now,
take all market.
Yeah, I agree. But if they were on right now and they were going to counter the point, what they might say is, well, we spend $10 million a month buying the best data. Alex can't afford data as good as what we have.
And I would counter with, have you seen ZoomInfo's data? Because I would try to download data. And I last time we used ZoomInfo, because we were ZoomInfo customers, we had a very hard time finding up-to-date data, regardless of what they said. Because they'll spend their $10 million a month and they'll update data that's completely different from anything that you need.
Yeah.
So whether it's constantly refreshed data or not, the odds that it's your data that gets refreshed is very low.
Did LeadShark also help build by Amit? You guys own both together?
They ended up buying LeadShark as well. That was one of the 4 or 5 acquisitions that we had.
LeadShark was acquired by Lemlist.
No. LeadShark was acquired by First Principles to become Omni Leads now instead of Omni.
I see. And the 2 of you guys own Omni 50-50.
Yeah.
I see.
So now we own so his company and my company. So our companies each own 50%.
Combined $12,000 a month in revenue. So what do you think you can grow to by the end of this year?
I would love to hit like $6 million a year. Because you can see like $12,000 in revenue, but now that we're selling the annual packages, this month we've collected $24,000 in cash. Most of it came in the last 2 weeks. Just selling these $5,000 deals, $6,000 deals. So it's like everybody that comes into Omni, you basically have to put in your phone number, and you can get a free call as soon as you sign up. So those
like
calls
to a lead
upsold. Yeah. So it's like an agency SaaS hybrid model. And I think our secret sauce is going to be pushing that.
So you think you can grow from $12K a month right now to $4.8 million a month by December this year?
I think so. I think it's just going to be a numbers game. It's like, how do we get the word out to enough people? How do we open up enough channels, and how do we make it happen? We're scaling our cold email, right? Like, we are a cold email tool, so we can scale out our cold emails. Right now, our goal is 60,000 emails sent per month. We'll scale up to 150,000 emails sent per month.
How many are you sending right now?
We're sending 10,000, I think.
That's just for you trying to get your own customers. That's not how much your customers are sending.
Yeah, no. That's just for us. And then we'll scale up all the way, 150,000 a month. We got Twitter going. We got LinkedIn going. Well, LinkedIn will soon be going. YouTube's going as well. And I think it's just layering these social media channels. And then using the influencers as well. Because what I found is we can basically hire these influencers to use their channels to talk about us. And that worked really well at Tweet Hunter as well. One of the main partners at Tweet Hunter, JK Molina, was a known Twitter ghostwriter. And basically throughout the course of Tweet Hunter, he went from 40,000 followers to like up to 120, 130,000. And a lot of that growth just came from him tweeting about it. And so we're doing similar at Omni now. We've got a couple partners that we're just bringing on, a bunch of people where we're promising them equity that they can earn based on the amount of revenue that they're driving. And it's just, hopefully we can create a snowball with that.
That's amazing. I love this story. Very cool, man. Well, as we wrap up here, where can folks find you online? What's the best place to check out?
Easiest place, if you want me to write your cold email scripts, going over to omni.us. Otherwise, go to YouTube, youtube.com/Alex Berman.
Awesome. On that note, let's wrap up here with the famous five. Number one, favorite book.
Favorite book, still 4-Hour Workweek.
Number two, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
I love Howard Schultz, former CEO, maybe current CEO of Starbucks. I don't know if he's current CEO.
He's always in and out. You never know. Yeah. Number three, besides your own tools, what's your favorite tool for building Omni?
Favorite tool? I really like the HubSpot automations that we set up. There's a lot of money to be made just in getting your HubSpot emails set up correctly.
Number four, how many hours of sleep? Actually, do you use an agency to do that? And if so, which agency do you use?
We hired these guys called Sales Momentum. Again, another one without a website. Former guys who used to run Connected, which was a LinkedIn outreach tool. Their whole sales team left and started their own sales agency.
And they've been good for you so far?
Yeah, I think we spent $20K just to have them do everything.
Interesting. Who's it? What's the person's name you work with there?
Aaron.
Interesting. I'll look him up. All right. Number four, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
Try to get 8 hours.
Okay, that's good. As you're traveling the world. And what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
Single, dating.
Okay.
Dating serious. So hopefully
they travel with you or no?
Yeah.
Is that like a tough life or no, it works?
No, I've been traveling for 7-8 years now. I've been
traveling with this stuff. Like, how do you do that with a part? I don't know, man. I would be like, every place to eat for dinner, it's like, where do you want to eat? And then you have to debate where you want to eat. And it's like, fuck, let's just go eat. I'm hungry.
Yeah, you have to make your decisions. And unfortunately, with a partner, you have to get higher quality places because they'll complain. And it's not just my girlfriend. It's every girl I've dated that have.
That's amazing. And Alex, how old are you?
I'm 31.
Last question. Something you wish you knew when you were 20.
Okay. I wish I knew how easy it was to just clone a business that already existed and just do that. Like, I would never come up with an original idea if it was up to me. I would just be like, all right, what are people paying for right now? A MailChimp. All right, let me do like a MailChimp. And then I just do MailChimp. That'd be my one advice for anybody that was 20.
I love that. Guys, have a good story here. Omni.us launched by Alex and a partner he met on Meet at First Principles. They split it 50-50 in terms of percent. It's doing 12 grand a month right now in revenue, but just launched 6 months ago. 167 paying customers. It's at Omni.us and Lead Shark. They help you identify leads. And then obviously Omni is what you would use to actually send the leads out and close them, bring them in. He's got a lot of experience in the startup world. His first company, Inspired Beats, didn't go so well. His second one, another one, Tweet Hunter, was just acquired for Lemlist for call it $2.5 million. He's now Freebird, traveling the world, building his new thing. We'll see what happens next. Alex, thanks for taking us to the top.
Thanks, David.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company, or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them, and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.